Good afternoon, everyone out there, YouTube. So I am back with another video, and something caught my eye and struck my mind. I was thinking, how to tell, and this is gonna be like a I don't know, a tip video. I guess I've never done one before, but how do you tell if the guy that you're, for guys, how can you tell if another guy is gay? Now, a preface, my gaydar is like really shitty, actually. I kind of don't have one, but it's getting better. Like, I'm starting to actually be able to like look at signs and see shit and be like, oh, okay, that's what's going on when this guy's like, I don't know. So okay, so we're gonna start easy. I'm just gonna get right into it. Number one, simplest trick, look at the eyes. Look at the eyes. So, have you ever been somewhere, like, let's say not a gay club? Have you ever been to a straight club and, you're dancing and you see this guy and, like, he's dancing and he's looking at you and he's like this? Okay. So if he's like looking at you, my rule of thumb, 3 seconds. If he looks at you for 3 seconds or more, you got it. You got it. So basically what it is like anytime that a guy stares at you for 3 seconds and like turns around, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, then he's looking at me, so it's kind of like, okay, maybe he might see something that he's interested in. But if he looks at you for 3 seconds or longer, that's considered a stare. He's staring at you. And that's not always a sexual thing, but just from my preference, from what I've seen, that's what I think. He's definitely, just by the eyes, if he's just like, then yeah, there's something there. There's something there. He may not want to tell you, but there's something there. Okay, so it is really hot today. So second thing, it's not always, it's a lot of times with the eyes, but it's not always with the eyes. It could be with, look at body language. Look at body language. Look at body contact. And no, I'm not talking about like something stereotypical where the guy's like, so what do you think about so and so? Like, it's not all guys. Not all guys are like that. So yeah. So look at body signs and body language. And what I mean by that is, the guys, do they get close? Do they get closer than most people would do, like most Americans would do? Like, think about it in the context of where you are. So I don't know how it is in Japan or how it is in France or whatever, but if like here in America, if the person is like within your, like closer to you than they should be whenever they're talking, that could be something, but there's more to it than that. Is he close to you, and is he looking at you directly in the eye, or do his eyes shift? Like, if his eyes shifts, maybe he might be nervous. If he's close to you but his eyes kind of shift, maybe he might be nervous. But if he's further away, he's making direct eye contact, and not just direct eye contact, but he's going like, kind of looking up and down. I've found myself doing that, actually, when I'm looking at someone or I'm looking at a guy. I'm just talking, I'm just like, no. Like, or if he's talking, I'm just like listening, just like, So, I mean, there's that. Do they get close? If they don't get close, that's just something else to look out for. You just never know. Another thing. This is another one that I'm gonna weave in some internet shit, right? Okay, so do you have Facebook? If you have Facebook, have you ever been added by some random ass guy before? And does this random ass guy start liking your stuff? That's an easy telltale. They may not always be like that. And I keep saying that because it's just a disclaimer, because it may not be, but come on, really? come on. Yeah, I mean, if a random guy, like, I've noticed that if random guys add me on Facebook, they don't even have to like my stuff. They just add me. look at their profile, right? Look at their profile, and then see their mutual friends. If you have friends that are gay and they're friends with your mutual gay friends, I'm not saying that they are. I'm not saying that they are, but I am saying it's a strong possibility of it, right? Let's see, what else do you look for? Okay, so this is a little bit tricky. This is a little bit more. You have to be a little bit more intuitive on this part. Look at their this is gonna sound so creepy and shit, but look at their underwear. What kind of underwear do they wear? Like, what kind of brand? And I'm not talking about like if they're like maybe Fruit of the Loom, or this might be a little stereotypical, but I'm just going with it. If it's like Fruit of the Loom, or maybe Hanes, or you know, maybe even Calvin Klein, I mean, they may not be, who knows, but if they're wearing something like Andrew Christian, what's another one? I can't think of another one. But if they're wearing like Andrew Christian, you know, some shit like that, like let's say you're at a gym and you're in a locker room and you can't tell if they are, but this guy's wearing Andrew Christian, done deal, done. Move in for the kill. You got it. Move in for the kill, dude. Speaking of showers, that's a good one. Okay, so and I guess it kind of all goes back to, so it all goes back to like body language and stuff. So if you're at a, like, let's say you're at a gym, because a lot of gay guys like to work out. If you're at a gym, if you're at a gym and you know you're lifting weights or something, you're in the process of like lifting weights, you know, moving or whatever, and then you're looking while you're lifting your weight, and this guy start like kind of, you know, while he's doing his stuff, he's like, you know, looking at you a little bit. It's like, huh, you know. And then not only that, if he stares at you for a little bit, for like maybe 10 minutes in, right? You're working out for an hour. He stares at you for like 10 minutes or something, right? Or like you know, not even 10 minutes, like 3 seconds or something, right? 3 seconds or more, right? So look at your 3 seconds, and then you go back over to that area where he was, and he starts talking to you, and you guys like hit it off pretty well. That's kind of a sign too. That's a pretty good sign, actually. So what are some other ones? That's all I can really think of. Again, I don't have a gaydar, so I don't really know for sure, but from what I've noticed, the reason why my gaydar is so bad is because I intentionally try to like not use it. I intentionally try to turn it off, and I intentionally try to stay like as what's the word? As removed from my sexual instincts as humanly possible. But so just take those tips into stride, you know? Like the two big ones. The two big ones are eye language and body language. Those are the two big ones. If you have a guy, like I said, just to recap, if you have a guy that's looking at you for more than 3 seconds, like for 3 seconds or longer, you got it. Because guys are nervous about saying stuff. You know, guys, like, especially gay guys, like, especially down low guys, won't say shit. But they're basically, like, 3 seconds or longer is basically their way of eye fucking you. You know what I mean? And body language, like, are they, when they talk to you, do they get close? Do they get, like, kind of closer in your personal space than you would like most people to be? When he talks to you, is he kind of shy? Does he open up a little bit? Does he, I don't know. So, like, let me give you an example really quick, and then I'm gonna cut this off. So, one time, I had this guy who was DL. Had this guy, he's older, he has kids, he has an 18-year-old, who was fucking hot, by the way. Fucking hot. Has an 18-year-old son, fucking gorgeous. We were talking one day, you know, and he showed me a picture of his son, and I was just kind of like, like, you know, like, what do you say to a guy you know, who I'm thinking right now, just giving him the benefit of the doubt of being straight without going crazy, like you're just like, and all I could say was, wow, he works out a lot, doesn't he? In my head, I'm just thinking like, God, fucking damn. But, you know, and later on, I ended up like messing with this guy, and I was like, dude, your son is fucking hot. But I mean, like, it's just little shit like that, because I'm just thinking to myself, what guy would show me a picture of his son to get a reaction out of it? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of guy would show me a picture of his son, who's obviously fucking hot, abs, six pack, everything, like just body on point, face on point, you know, fucking works out all the goddamn time. You know, that's the shit that fucking stirs up gay dudes, and you know what? I'm fucking living for it. And how am I supposed to react around this guy who I'm presuming at the time was not gay, or at least not into guys? Shows me a picture of his son, who's obviously fucking attractive. That's a little questionable. So, like, look at questionable stuff. Like, when people do questionable things, is to try to elicit some kind of reaction to figure out what you are and whether it's okay for them to make the move, or they might get jumped for it, you know? So look out for that little stuff. Stay keen. Look at this shit from a different perspective, and maybe you might find, you know, maybe you might find your Mr. Right one day. So hope those tips helped. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Those are the only ones that I can think of, because those are the ones that actually worked for me. And again, my gaydar is shit, but that's the stuff that I pick up on. Remember, 3 seconds or longer rule. If they look at you for 3 seconds, it's a stare. So, all right, guys. That's all I can think of. Leave a comment down below. Have a good day. See you guys next time.